My name is Megan May. I'm the head trainer at Reebok CrossFit Fifth Ave, and I also am a manager here.
My name is Nathan Forster. I am the co-owner of Reebok CrossFit Fifth Ave.
My name is Annie Thorisdottir.
And my name is Frederik Ægidius.
CrossFit to me is just a way of life. It's not only a workout, but it's a lifestyle and it's a community.
It changed my life. I was in the nightclub business before in Miami, and what we do here at CrossFit is we make people better. We change people's lives for the better. And when I owned the nightclubs, I really don't think we were doing that. We may have been making their lives worse.
CrossFit has changed my life, and I know it has changed Annie's life completely as well.
Yeah. It starts off by just you going to the gym, starting to train a bit and trying to get into better shape, but there's so much more involved in it. And I think the best thing about CrossFit is all the things that you're doing, you never really get sick of any of it because it's so many different things. You never want to quit.
CrossFit is functional movements, constantly varied at high intensity. That's like the textbook's definition of it. So to break that down, functional movements. Movements that you do every day in life. Squatting to sit down in your chair, deadlifting to pick stuff up off the ground, pressing stuff overhead to put it in the pantry and the cupboard. So those are movements that your body was naturally designed to do, using all your muscle groups, full range of motion.
It's functional fitness for everybody. It's for kids, it's for adults, it's for elderly. Everybody can get fit using CrossFit.
I actually started off with a competition. I was just looking for something to compete in, and I quit gymnastics, and I was signing up for all these different competitions in Iceland, and one of them was a CrossFit competition. I competed there and I won that competition, and by winning it I actually got a spot at the CrossFit Games 2009, and that was my first experience. After that I had about 2 months just to figure out actually what CrossFit was and I've been hooked ever since.
You know, it could be a little intimidating at first. When you first start CrossFit, you have to be open-minded. You have to want to come in and really absorb all the information that you're getting, because it is a lot very quickly.
When a person signs up for CrossFit, they'll come to our fundamental classes. And I tell people that's like CrossFit school. So in those, we teach them 9 fundamental movements of CrossFit. So the first day we have the air squat, which is just that body weight squat, front squat, and then an overhead squat. Then we do, the second day is a strict press, a push press, and a push jerk. And then the last day we do deadlift, sumo deadlift high pull, and a med ball clean. We do all these with a PVC pipe or with a medicine ball to get people comfortable and get their form right before we throw them into the regular class and give them that 45-pound or 35-pound barbell.
The biggest thing that you got to remember when you're learning is you have to start at the very bottom. So you have to use that PVC pipe that weighs nothing, and you got to go repetition, repetition, repetition until your body understands the movement.
But the thing is, with CrossFit, it's so easy to scale it down to your level. First off, you might not want to do a box jump, but that means you do a step up on like a bumper plate. And gradually you can see yourself how you're getting better and better and more confident in yourself to be able to do all these things.
And it doesn't matter where you start, it's a matter of improving.
Exactly.
And every time you make that improvement, that's a victory. And who doesn't want that?
A lot of skills in CrossFit are gymnastics. You have your handstand push-ups, you have your pull-ups, you have your muscle-ups. So we teach a lot of those movements, and then we add in stuff that a lot of people aren't familiar with. We have Olympic lifting, so we have your snatches, your cleans, your jerks.
The Olympic lifting is unbelievable, and it's the one thing that scares everybody the most, because they just, they'll kind of Google Olympic lifting on YouTube, and they'll see these massive guys lifting crazy weight, and they're like, why would that ever be, something that's important to my fitness? And it actually is one of the only movements in the world where you have to use your whole body. Olympic lifting teaches you how to use your hips, how to use your core to lift weight. For example, these girls that weigh 80, 90, 100 pounds come in and they're lifting 150 pounds because they're using their whole body to do everything. And when you can learn that, it makes everything in life easier.
So the environment is very fun, and it's very different from your regular gym. Instead of your normal Globo gym where you go in, you put your headphones on, you get warmed up and you go to your workout, and you may say a couple words to a few people around there. Like, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna have an interaction with everybody. It is a group fitness class, so the trainer will warm everybody up together and then start the workout together. A lot of the workouts are time-based, and you will have like a certain number of the elements that you do, and everybody pretty much suffers through that workout and pushes each other and motivates each other and encourages each other. So you have that feeling of accomplishment that you share with everybody in the class. So it's almost like if you've ever done team sports, it's like having that team camaraderie.
People, when they're in college or high school, they're playing these sports, but after that it's like it's nothing. But CrossFit gives you something more. You can keep on competing. And it's like, what do we say? An individual team sport, kinda.
It's nice to be able to walk into a sport and still be able to compete no matter what age you're at.
Gregg Glassman founded CrossFit back in the 90s. He wanted to make an athlete good at everything. He saw guys that were good at Olympic lifting, he saw guys that were good at running, he saw guys that were good at jumping rope, but there wasn't one guy that was good at everything. And he started a gym in his garage, money from friends, from his parents, everything like that. And now he's got this great product. He came from nothing and now he's made himself into the definition of what fitness is and what you can make yourself.
It's kind of amazing to have been able to almost be there from the start. Of course not from the start, but from competing at a farm in Aromas to competing at the Home Depot in LA with like full stadiums, sold out like well in advance. It's crazy how much it has grown, but it's also understandable.
The CrossFit community is famous in the world. I mean, people think it's a cult pretty much, and that's what's so cool, because it is. It's people that want to get extremely fit and people that want to change their lives, and they're all doing it together and they're supporting each other.
You're never gonna come in here and get a half-ass workout. You're gonna have the trainer in your face, like motivating you, pumping you up. You're gonna have the rest of the group motivating, pumping you up. And any inkling of like competitiveness that you have in you, it's gonna come out. Because when you start seeing people around you like going faster or lifting heavier, you're gonna be like, I wanna be like that. I wanna get that faster. Or, you know what, that girl beat me last workout, but I'm not gonna let that happen. So you're gonna get a great workout every time you come in here.